house today. Amen.
Amen.
Spirit is all over.
Yes.
Ordinary people doing extraordinary things. The story of Gideon. As Pastor said, today is the first of the 4-week sermon series that I just said. And we're talking about Gideon in the book of Judges, chapter 7, going from verses 1 all the way through verse 22. Story about a young man by the name of Gideon. It said the Israelites had been oppressed by the Midianites for 7 long years. And when they finally cried out for God to help them, God sent them a mighty warrior of valor. That mighty warrior of valor happened to be a young boy. Say his name one more time. A young boy by the name of Gideon. You see, in verse 11, the angels of the Lord came and sat down under the oak in the Oprah that belonged to Joash, the Abizarite, where his son Gideon was threshing wheat in a winepress to keep it from the Midianites. You see, they had become so oppressed by the Midianites that even the basic necessities that they need, they had to sustain themselves, they had to hide it. They had to do it in secret because they would come and take everything away from them. When the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Of course, you know how we are. We're just like Gideon. We didn't believe that. We didn't want to believe that the Lord was calling us. So in verse 12, verse 13, Gideon says, "Pardon me, Lord. But if the Lord is with us, why has all of these things happened to us? We are all his wonders. Where were all his wonders that our ancestors told us that God said that we would get? Did not the Lord bring us?" And they said, "Did the Lord not bring us up out of Egypt? But now the Lord has abandoned us and given us unto the hand of the Midianites." And the Lord turned to him and said, "Go in strength, the strength that you have, and save Israel out of the Midian's hands. Am I not sending you?" And of course, you know, Gideon in his doubtfulness and his "I'm not sure you're talking to the right person, Lord," he says, "Pardon me, Lord, but how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family." In other words, Gideon is saying, I am only an ordinary person. How can I command this army that is going to save my people? And you know how we get. We start asking all kind of questions. We want all kind of proof. And so Gideon went into this thing about asking God to prove to me that you are the God that you say you are, and that you are going to do the things that you say you're going to do. And you know, a lot of us are like Gideon. We act like we are from the old show me state. And if God told us right now to pick up and move to another place, we would have all kinds of questions. We would have all kinds of doubts. And I believe that conversation would go something like this. "Lord, I know you told me to go there, but you can't be talking to me. I just bought this house. I just bought all this furniture and put in this house. I got me a nice car. I got me a new boo. You can't be talking to me. I and move over there, Lord. It can't be me. It's got to be, that must be Jonathan he's talking to. He truly cannot be talking to me. But if you just show me a sign that you're going to do what you say and that you're going to be with me when I get there, I might, they didn't say I will, I might just consider going. Amen?
Amen.
And so after a couple of iterations of show me, Gideon finally got himself together to believe and go out and gather the men for the battle. Now that was something, wasn't it? I go out and gather 30,000 or so men for this battle. And then you tell me, no, you got too many men. But Lord, they got hundreds of thousands of Midianites over there in their army. But you tell me I got too many men. Go and ask those who are already too scared to fight and don't want to go anyway. Just let them volunteer to go home. So they do that. 20,000 of them leave right away. And I'm left with 10,000? Lord, what am I going to do with these 10,000 men? Oh yeah, I know you got a plan. And I know that these 10,000, what I did, I got rid of all the weak ones. They all ran away. So I got 10,000 strong ones left. Now I'm ready. I'm ready to go, Lord. I'm going with you. Whatever you tell me to do, lead me, I will follow.
Thank you.
And I'm going. And God said, hold up. No. Hold up. You still got too many. Take them down to the river. Let them drink some water. Those who lap the water, I got a plan for them. Those who take the water and cup it in their hands and drink it slowly, I got a plan for you. Go down there, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do with it when you get there. How many of us, in our humanness, would trust God to go to a place that we've never been, to do things that we didn't never think that we were capable of doing, but we go anyway. And Gideon said, okay, God, you said I'm a man of valor, I'm a mighty warrior, I'm going to trust you. I'm going to go on down there with these 10,000 men, and I'm going to see what you're going to do. And what does God do? He take 9,700 of them away from him. And he leaves them 300 mighty warriors. Now in the army, we might say that's the special forces. we got the special forces. We got black ops. We're ready to go. We're ready to fight right now. So he takes those 300 men. And what does he think? Oh, God, I'm going to get me some cannons. I'm going to get me some guns. I got some bow and arrows. Lord, you're at least going to give me a sword, right? What does God give him? He gave him some torches. He gave him some trumpets. And he gave him some pictures. And they were going to surround him with these things. And make enough noise. And if they make enough noise, they're going to run away. Now, I know somebody in here would not have gone. I don't even think I would have gone. But he trusted God. And he went anyway. And they surrounded the Midianites. They attacked him at night. That's the best time to attack, ain't it? Get a night attack on. Surround them. Light up all these torches. Blow trumpets from every side. Break all this glass and all these pictures and stuff and make it sound like a whole lot of us. You confuse them. So they don't know what's going on. And what do? They get so scared they attack each other. And they kill each other. And not one of Gideon's men were scathed. Didn't have to even go in the battle. How about you? How about you? How much trust and faith do you have in God to go into a situation like that? Feeling like you're the underdog. Feeling like you just don't have, you can't do this. God, I just can't do this. But you trust God anyway. And what does God do? God brings you through. God answers every prayer that you prayed. God gave you every blessing that you asked for. He gave it to you in abundance.
Yes.
What an awesome, awesome God that we serve.
Yes. Thank you.
But what do we have in common with Gideon? We're doubters. Most of us don't believe in God. Some of us don't believe in God, let alone trust God. Most of us just don't trust God enough. I'm telling you that if you trust God, put your hand in God's hand, the things that you think are insurmountable, you can achieve them. I'm reminded of a story of a young lady that was out in the streets on drugs. To the point that she was about to take her own life. But God stepped in. She decided to give her life to God. Give her life to Jesus. Give her life to whoever you believe in. Get on your knees and pray. And ask God to deliver you. And God delivered that young lady. And she now owns, is a proud business owner. She has 2 shelters, a men and a women's shelter. About 50 people in each shelter. In fact, so many people coming in and they're knocking at the door, trying to knock down the doors to get in. Those are the kind of things that God will do for you if you just trust and believe. And I want to share one final story. Because even when you do all that, it's not all. Because the best is always yet to come. There was a young lady who had 3 months left to live. And she had to plan her funeral service. And as she talked to the mortician and she told him what she wanted, she says, I want you to bury me with this spoon in my hand. Because my grandmother, when she would feed us, after we had eaten our main course, she would say, hold on to your fork. Sorry, your fork. She said, because the best is yet to come.
Right. Good job.
So they buried her. And the pastor got up there and he didn't tell the story until he got in the church. And everybody was wondering, why does she have that fork in her hand? Why does she hold it on? I don't understand this. What is going on with this fork? And he told her the story, and the young lady said, told him that God has to say so in the end. And even when we transition from this world, you have to always remember that the best is yet to come. Because God has a world, a life for you, that you don't have to worry about sickness anymore. You don't have to worry about what's happening with your family anymore. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen the next day. Because God has his arms around you, and he's going to lead you and guide you and protect you all the way. Amen. And God promised you an everlasting life. Yes. Amen? Amen? All you have to do is just trust in God. Because you can do anything. Ordinary people. And it's evidenced in this room. We got a whole lot of ordinary people in here who have done a lot of extraordinary things. We got business owners. We got doctors. We got nurses. We got pharmacists. We got people that didn't even believe when they were children that they could accomplish these things. But they did that. And we got a church that was built on the sweat and tears of a few people. But when they started, they didn't even think it was possible. But they trusted and believed in God, and God made all of this possible. And we are here today because of his love, God's love, and God's mercy. The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be to God.